Welcome in this third video of on-saying play written by A.G. Gardiner. Up to the moment through the pain of A.G. Gardiner, we came to know that how that ill humor and discourtesy trickle down from top to the bottom level. We have an experience of, or we have an example with the pain of A.G. Gardiner, that what's happened between this passenger and that liftman. Thereafter, we have a second example of the captain absolute and his subordinate absolute. It is the tendency of the people that people used to spread this discourtesy towards their subordinate. This happened everywhere. So the bad people or the ill humors infect the people. Definitely we can also try to infect the people with courtesy, with goodness. We can also make an effort to spread the fragrance of goodness in the society wherever we go. If we use our tongue with a polite manner, with a humble manner, with using the magical words, so definitely we can make the atmosphere very pleasant wherever we go. Let's on. It is not therefore with any feeling of unfriendliness to conductor as a class that I pay a tribute to a particular member of the class. He just sharing his experience about the conductor, and that's why very initially he made it clear that I'm not in favor of any clan of the society, any particular section of the society, any specific employee of the society. I'm not against of anyone. I'm not in favor of anyone. I am just expressing my view, whatever I felt or whatever I experienced. A.जी. गांडीचं सुरुवातीलाच म्हणतात, इथे स्पष्टीकरण देतात की समाजातल्या कुठल्याही एका विशिष्ट घटकांच्या संदर्भात मी काही खूप चांगलं ओपिनियन देणार आहे आणि दुसऱ्यांसंदर्भात खूप खराब देणार आहे, किंवा मी कोणाच्या फेवरला खूप जास्त आहे, कुणाच्या अगेन्स्टला आहे, हे मी इथे सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न केला. मला जे वाटलं, मला जो एक्सपिरियन्स झालेला आहे तो मी इथे फक्त व्यक्त करतो आहे. I first became conscious of his existence one day when I jumped onto the bus and found that I had left home without any penny in my pocket. So it was his experience of the past, that in a hustle and bustle of the life, he just went on the bus stop and thereafter he jumped on into the bus. Later he came to understand, oh my God, I'm here without having any single penny. He fumbled in his pocket and he therefore came to know about this mistake, or we can say the blunder. But it's so obvious that it was inattentive blunder or the mistake. So the expression or the feelings came to his mind, that normally what's happening, that with us, की एक दिवस घाई गर्दीमध्ये किंवा जीवनाच्या या धांदलमध्ये बसस्टॉपवरती गेले आणि तिथून त्यांनी एक बस पकडली. बसमध्ये आल्यानंतर त्यांच्या लक्षात आलं की आपल्या खिशामध्ये ₹1सुद्धा नाही. अनफॉर्च्युनेटली ही फॉरगॉट टू कॅरी हिज वॉलेट इन हिज पॉकेट. अँड देअरफॉर एव्हरीवन हॅज हॅड द एक्सपिरियन्स अँड नोज द फिलिंग, दॅट मिक्स फिलिंग विथ द discourtesy around us. This is the feeling of the honest person. Let me clear you here. This is the feeling of the honest person, that we feel embarrassed there, that we feel that we are so full, that we are here without having any penny. So this is the mixed column that which the discovery arouses, that you are renowned because you look like a fool, and at the base like the knife at your worst. Now in the sense very dishonest person. So that's why I'm cleared it before this, that this is the feelings of the very honest person, those honest person who never skip or who never deceived or plundered anyone else. That's why the feeling arises in his mind. अतिशय प्रामाणिक माणसाच्या मनामध्येच अशा प्रकारच्या फिलिंग्स येतात जेव्हा तो चुकीने अशा प्रकारचं काम त्याच्यासोबत होतं. ही वॉज इन द बस विदाउट हॅव्हिंग एनी सिंगल पनी, अँड दॅट्स वाय a number of questions that hovered over his mind, that what to do, that what the concept or what the comments that will pass by the side of the conductor, and that's why he was too much embarrassed. Perhaps he asked us that this kind of experience may happen with you. So the same feelings that swept to his mind. आणि तशाच प्रकारच्या संकल्पना याच्या मनाला शिवून गेल्या. You would not be at all surprised if the conductor eyed you coldly as much as to say, "Yes, I know that stale old trick. Now, then off you get." The same expectations we expected from the conductor, because we usually encountered the conductor in the same respect or with the same manners, because he has to handle a number of persons, and there are some kind of person who always used to make tricks and to skip the fare of the buses. So normally his mind or the mind of the conductor set in that view, and we expect the same from that. Oh, we know that you are ill trick, that you wanted to skip the fare from of this bus, and you are using this old trick, that we are aware of this, and now then you off get. Will you please out from the bus? So I was much expected the same thing from him. And even if the conductor is a good fellow and let you down easily, you are faced with the necessity of going back, and then the inconvenience and perhaps of missing your train and your engagement. And by the luck, if you are so fortuitous at the time, and if the conductor is good at the time, then he will ask you, oh my God. So he will humbly ask you, will you please down, will you please out from my bus? But it impact on our plan of the day. It may create some hassle of the plan of the day. So there may be a chances of missing your train or your engagement, whatever the plan that you made of that particular day. की कदाचित योगायोगाने तुमच्यासोबत जर तो कंडक्टर चांगला असेलही किंवा तुम्हाला तो मिळाला, तर तुम्हाला फक्त तो प्रेमाने सांगेल की बाबा आता तू खाली हो, कारण तुझ्याकडे ते पैसे नाही आहे. मात्र या सगळ्या एम्बॅरेसमेंटमध्ये किंवा या सगळ्या प्रॉब्लेममध्ये एक गोष्ट होईल की ज्या दिवशी आपण त्या कामासाठी बाहेर पडलेलो आहे, त्या समोरच्या कामावरती तो परिणाम होईल. बिकॉज वी नीड टू गो बॅक टू द होम and thereafter to carry that wallet, and once again to repeat the same process. So it consumes your too much time, and it impact your plan of the day. So you can imagine, here's a picture on your screen, that how the conductor can be indignant over the person who did not carry a single penny with himself. So we can consider the face or the skull face of that conductor. Having searched my pocket in vain for stray coppers, and having found I was utterly penniless, I told the conductor with as honest a face as I could assume that I couldn't pay the fare and must go for the money. Being a very honest person, he collected, there was a natural expression that came on his face, and he's just about to express his feeling or his regret to the conductor, that sir, today I could not pay the fare, and I must go back to my home to get my wallet. So please let me down of this bus. आणि म्हणून हा प्रामाणिक असल्यामुळे ते एक्सप्रेशन त्याच्या चेहऱ्यावरती अतिशय नैसर्गिक आले, आणि तो त्या कंडक्टरला जसं म्हणणार किंवा म्हणाला की माझ्याकडे पैसे नाही आहेत, मी चुकीने पैसे विसरलेले आहेत, मला तुम्ही प्लीज खाली उतरून द्या, मला पैसे आणावे लागतील. Oh, you needn't get off. That's all right, said he. All right, said I, but I haven't a copper on me. So as I said to the conductor that I am penniless, he said, this is exactly contrary to my expectations. He said that, oh, you needn't get off, that's all right. I said that, all right, said I. He said, in fact, I was shocked at the time, because of it's happened exactly the contrary to my expectations. He was so humble at the time, so polite, and he said that, oh, you didn't get off, that's all right. तुम्हाला खाली उतरायची काही गरज नाही, मी आहे ना इथे. Don't be worried about your fare. If you are penniless, if there is no copper with you, okay, don't be worried that I'll pay your fare. But don't be worried here. I'm here. Don't be embarrassed, too much embarrassed. He replied, where do you want to go? And he handled his bundle of the ticket with the air of a man who was prepared to give me a ticket from anywhere from Bank to Hancock. from bank to the Hong Kong. So that happened exactly to my expectations, and I started there with a good behavior, with a humble behavior of the conductor. And he asked me, without having any artificial expressions over his face, he asked me, "Oh, don't be worried about that. I'll cut your fare. Where do you want to go?" Means he just about to cut the ticket of my fare from Bank to Hong Kong. It does not mean that bus will embark or bus will make the journey from this bank to the Hong Kong. In the sense that wherever that bus means up to the last destiny of that bus, he was ready to cut the ticket of this A.J. Gardiner to that last destiny. So it was the meaning of that bank to Hancock. तितक्याच नैसर्गिकरित्या, कारण तो मनातून तितक्या प्रकारचा हंबल होता, तितक्याच अतिशय चाणाक्षपणे तो म्हणाला की मला सांगा तुम्हाला कुठे जायचं आहे, मी तुमची बस तिकीट कट करायला तयार आहे, फेअरच्या संदर्भात तुमच्याकडे पैसे नाही आहेत असं होतं, तुम्ही काळजी करू नका, मी तुमची बस तिकीट म्हणजे तुमची तिकीट मी द्यायला तुम्हाला, तुम्ही मला सांगा की तुम्हाला नेमकं कुठं जायचं आहे. इव्हन मी जर म्हटलं मला हाँगकाँगला जायचं आहे, इट डज नॉट मीन दॅट खरं हाँगकाँगला जायचं आहे. ती बस जिथपर्यंत जाईल तिथपर्यंत तो मला तिकीट करून द्यायला तयार होता आणि तो माझ्याकडनं काही एक रुपयासुद्धा म्हणजे त्याला कुठल्याही प्रकारची अपेक्षा नव्हती. I said it was very kind to him and told him where I wanted to go, and as he gave me a ticket, I said, "But where shall I send the fare?" "Oh, you'll see me on Sunday at all right," he said cheerfully. Thereafter, he cut down my ticket and handed over that ticket to me, and later on I asked him, out of my courtesy, that I need to return your ticket, so just tell me your location, tell me your place, so as per your location and convenience I'll return your money, so let me know about your plan and let me know about your future location, so can I return your money. So where shall I send the fare, he asked. He said that, "Oh, don't be worried, that you will send someday, all right," he said very cheerfully. But very cheerful countenance, he replied to the A.J. Gardiner, said that, "Don't be worried about my money. There is no haste of returning that money to me. You will find me some another day at some another location. At the time, you can return my money. There is no haste of that returning your money." Returning that money, he turned to go, and then luckily my fingers still wandering in the corner of my pocket, lighted on the shilling, and the account was square. What's happened later? After some time, my point came, and he let me down very politely. And at that time, when I was about to say goodbye with the courtesy, as he behaved with me so politely, that time one of my fingers went to the corner of my pocket, and then I came to know there was one single copper. I handed over that copper to that conductor and asked that, "Thank you very much. I found that in a corner of my pocket." And thereafter, the account was square in the sense settled in the sense संपला. म्हणजे त्याच्यानंतर जेव्हा माझा पॉईंट आला, मी खाली उतरलो, मला त्याने अतिशय आदरपूर्वक खाली उतरवून दिलं की आता तुमचा पॉईंट आहे, यू कॅन गो नाव. तर तेव्हा माझ्या पॉकेटमध्ये मी शेवटपर्यंत प्रयत्न करत राहिलो, कारण हा अतिशय प्रामाणिक मनुष्य होता आणि त्याने प्रयत्न केले. त्याच्यानंतर एक पॉकेटच्या म्हणजे अतिशय कोपऱ्यामध्ये त्याला एक कॉपर सापडला, त्याला एक पेनी सापडली, म्हणजे एक शिलिंग त्याला सापडलं, म्हणजे नाणं सापडलं. आणि ते नाणं जितक्या किमतीचं होतं, जितक्या किमतीची ती तिकीट होती. त्याने आदरपूर्वक ते तिकीटचे पैसे त्यांना पुन्हा दिले आणि अकाउंट सेटल झालं. म्हणजे आता याच्यावरती कोणत्याही प्रकारची उधारी राहिलेली नव्हती. बट दॅट फॅक्ट डिड नॉट लिसन द ग्लो ऑफ प्लेजर विच सो गुड नेचर अँड ॲक्शन हॅड गिवन मी. बट लॅटर ऑन द बस वेंट अवे समवेअर अँड ही वॉज डाऊन देअर. But the impact of that politeness, but the impact of that goodness did not listen means kami hone, did not listen, the glow of that goodness, the glow of that courtesy, listen of his thought or of his behavior in such a way that he made impact on my mind, not only on my mind but also on my soul. की तो तर तिथून निघून गेला, पण त्याचा चांगुलपणाचा भाव, तो आदर माझ्या मनातून मात्र काही कमी व्हायला तयार नव्हता. अशा प्रकारचा इम्पॅक्ट त्या कंडक्टरचा माझ्या मनावरती झालेला होता. A few days after, my most sensitive toe was trampled on rather heavily as I sat reading on the top of the bus. This was the next experience of the aged gardener. What's happened? In olden days, there were the double-decker buses. Even in our Mumbai, we used to travel in that double-decker buses. So he was on that first floor of that bus, and that time he was reading the newspaper. At the same time, the conductor came with the opposite side, and inattentively his toe was trampled rather heavily as I sat reading on the top of the bus. So he was reading the newspaper, but his toe was trampled with the boot of with the shoes of that conductor, and I look up with the same anger, with the more agony, and I saw the friend of the cheerful countenance. "Sorry, sir," he said. So of course, out of that agony, out of that pain, and out of that anger, I saw upward that who was the scoundrel that trampled my leg. But it did not happen. Why it did not happen? As he saw upward, he saw the cheerful countenance of that conductor with saying that, "Sorry, sir, sorry." पण जितका राग यांना आलेला होता, किंवा ज्यांनी अपेक्षा केली होती की आता मी याला रागवतो कोण आहे आणि इतका मला वेदना होऊन राहिलेला आहे, जसं लेखकांनी अजय गार्डनरने वरती बघितलं, यांचा राग क्षणामध्ये शांत होऊन गेला. कारण काय? तर कारण हे होतं की त्या अतिशय प्रसन्न मुद्रेमध्ये त्या कंडक्टरने म्हटलं, "मला सॉरी, माझ्याकडनं अनवधानाने हे झालेलं आहे. I know these are very heavy boots, got them because my own feet get trod on so much, and now I'm treading on the other people. Hope I didn't hurt you, sir." So he confessed his mistake towards that aged guardian and asked him that, "I know, sir, I know that I trample your feet, and I know I can realize the agony that you have at the time, but it was happened inattentively. It was happened and a more of time with me, and that's why I've got this heavy boot to skip my agony out of this experience. So I can understood your pain, and I hope that I didn't hurt you, sir." त्यानंतर तो म्हणाला की, "अहो सर, मला माफ करा, माझ्या चुकीमुळे हे सगळं झालेलं आहे. आशा करतो की माझ्या जास्त वेदना झालेल्या नसतील. मला सुद्धा अशा प्रकारचे खूप एक्सपिरियन्स झाले, आणि त्याच्यामुळे मला हे अशा प्रकारचे हेवी बूट घालावे लागतात. पण इतकी ती गर्दी असते ना, की त्याच्यामुळे चुकीने माझ्याकडनं असं प्रकारचं झालं. मला तुम्ही कृपया माफ करा. आशा करतो की जास्त तुम्हाला वेदना झालेल्या नसतील." He had me, but he was so nice about it that I assured him he hadn't. But because of his cheerful countenance, I forgot that he applied such an ointment of his courtesy on me that it helped me to alleviate the pain of that pain because of his cheerful countenance. And I said, "It's okay, no problem." की त्याने अशा प्रकारच्या त्याच्या कर्टसीचा ऑइंटमेंट माझ्यावरती अप्लाय केला की माझी वेदना क्षणातच गायब होऊन गेली. माझं पेन ॲलिव्हिएट झालं, माझ्या वेदना लगेच कमी झाल्या. After this, I began to observe him whenever I boarded his bus and found a curious pleasure in the constant good nature of his bearing. So bearing in the sense behavior. So later I used to observe him, his behavior with the different people, his behavior with the passenger in such a heavy rush where he needed to encounter with the different kinds of people, different specimens of that bus. But he never lost his temper with that people, and I got some satisfaction to observe this conductor. Later on, जेव्हा मला वेळ मिळाला तेव्हा मी त्याचं बिहेवियर ऑब्झर्व करत होतो की किती शांतपणे हा मनुष्य इतक्या गर्दीमध्ये, इतक्या अशा परिस्थितीमध्ये जिथे गर्दी आहे, 100 लोक आहेत, वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे नमुने तिथे असतात, कसं काय हा मॅनेज करतो, मी सगळं त्या कंडक्टरला ऑब्झर्व करत राहिलो. He seemed to have inexhaustible fund of patience and a gift for making his passenger comfortable. There was endless treasure of patience towards him, and uh, and I really surprised with his inexhaustible fund of patience. Every now and then there were the passenger, and he used to treat with them with a very polite manner. I don't know how did he manage with the people, and how did he manage his inadjustable fund, or how did he manage to collect this politeness, this courtesy, and to use with the different people. I'm surprised with all this, with all his behavior with the people, with the courtesy with the people. I'm really surprised. मला आश्चर्य व्हायचं की इतकं दुर्दम्य अशा प्रकारचं बिहेवियर किंवा चांगुलपणा यांच्यामध्ये एंडलेस and you can just imagine the atmosphere of this, how irritated that atmosphere of the earth. We can understood that, but in that atmosphere, that was a question to me, that how did he manage all with the people. That's a great lesson to me. I noticed that if it was raining, he would run the stairs to give someone the tip that there was room inside. Now he shared a different experience of the different event of this conductor. If there was rain if there was rain, then he immediately went towards the gate, and he asked to the passenger that, oh, there is enough room inside. Why are you drenching in the rain? Come inside of that. There is plenty of room inside. Come inside. So he can avoid the trouble of the people in this way. He can skip the trouble of the people in this way. With the old people, he was as considerate as a son, and with the children as solicitous as a father. So different categorized people are there. If there were the old people, then he used to behave like a father. If there were the children, he used to behave like a father. So he played a different role. He's a versatile kind of man. He used to play a different kind of role as per the passenger, as per the age of the passenger, as per the mentality of the passenger, as per the capability of the passenger. की मला त्यांच्याकडे असलेलं जे दुर्दम्य अशा प्रकारची सहनशक्ती होती, किंवा दुर्दम्य अशा प्रकारचं त्यांच्याकडे कर्टेसी होती, याचं मला फार आश्चर्य वाटत असायचं. जेव्हा पाऊस चालत असायचा तेव्हा ते बाहेर त्या गेटजवळ जायचे, लोकांचा त्रास कमी करण्याकरता सांगायचे की बसमध्ये खूप जागा आहे, तुम्ही लगेच या, जेणेकरून तुम्ही आता समोर भिजणार नाही. बसमध्ये जर वृद्ध लोक असतील तर त्यांना तो एखाद्या मुलाप्रमाणे ट्रीट करत असायचा. जर बसमध्ये छोटे मुलं असेल तर त्यांच्यासोबत तो एका वडिलांप्रमाणे ट्रीट करत असायचा. म्हणजे जशा प्रकारचे लोक असायचे तशा प्रकारची ट्रीटमेंट किंवा तशा प्रकारचं बिहेवियर लोकांसोबत त्यांचं असायचं. He had evidently a peculiarly warm place in his heart for the young people, and always indulged in some merry jest with them. If there were some good people, or there were some young generation in that bus, so he used to crack some joke with the people. He used to behave in such a people that he was amongst them. In such a way, he used to manage with whatever the categorized people were there. He tried to manage with them. He tried to comply with them. He tried to acclimatize his behavior with them, his mind with them. Such kind of magician he was. If he had a blind man on the boat, it was not enough. He set him down safely on the pavement. So it was not enough for him. If there was a blind man in that bus, so he would call Bill. Bill is the name of the bus driver of the same bus. So if there was a blind man, then in front to wait while he took him across the road, or around their corner, or otherwise safely on his way. In short, I found that he irradiated such an atmosphere of good temper and kindness that a journey with him was a lesson in a natural courtesy and good manner. So if there was a blind man, he would call to the bus driver that, stop Bill for a while, I let down this blind man to his particular destination. Then he will come back in the bus, and he'll ask, okay, now we can continue our journey. In such a way, he used to care that a blind man, that a older man, that a children, that a young ones, or that of the same bus. की एखाद्या वेळेस तिथे जर ब्लाइंड म्हणजे आंधळा मनुष्य असेल तर तो त्याला फक्त उतरून देणार नाही, तर त्याच्या बिल जो त्याचा ड्रायव्हर होता त्याला तो म्हणायचा की थांब इथे थोड्या वेळ, मला याला उतरून देऊ दे आणि यांना जिथे जायचं आहे म्हणजे थोड्या बाजूला जर जायचं असेल किंवा एखादं तिथे बेंच असेल तर तिथे मला त्यांना बसू दे, तेवढ्या वेळ तो त्यांच्यासोबत घालवायचा आणि लगेच आल्यानंतर पुन्हा त्याला बिलला म्हणायचं की नाऊ वी कॅन रिझ्यूम आवर जर्नी. So in short, I found that he had irradiated such an atmosphere of good temper and kindness that a journey with him was a lesson, natural courtesy, and good manner. So, with his behavior, or with his courtesy, with his etiquettes, with his manners, with his politeness, with his humble treatment, he irradiated that fragrance of goodness in that atmosphere, or in that atmosphere of the of that bus. So, the journey became coveted for the people. The journey became the pleasant for the people, and that's why such is the good man, or such was the good man, such was the good man that conductor was. So this is all about that conductor and the experience and the feelings of A.G. Gardiner about that bus conductor that he has since, and that's why he shared his experience with us. So we'll stop here. Remaining part we'll say in the fourth video. Till then, see you.